All right, so what brings you in today, Keisha?
Well, I'm just tired all the time, even in the middle of the day. Sometimes I feel so sleepy that I suddenly doze off for a few minutes while I'm working. I try to make sure that I get enough sleep at night, but that doesn't seem to make a difference. And now I'm worried that I'm either anemic or there's something wrong with my thyroid. I also read that it could be from hormones.
Okay. And how long have you been feeling like this?
It's been at least a couple of years now. I talked to my previous doctor about it over a year ago, and he tried a few things. He asked me to exercise more and take some vitamins, but nothing has helped. And now he's not in my insurance network, so I have to start all over again.
Well, I'm pleased that you're here now, so let's see what we can do to get to the bottom of this, okay? Are you currently taking any medications?
Yeah, I'm on birth control and amitriptyline.
Okay. And do you have any family history of sleep problems?
I was adopted, so I don't really know anything about my family history.
Well, that's okay. Now, you said that your previous doctor had tried a few things?
Yeah, he started out by ordering some blood tests. My thyroid hormone came back low, and he said that an underactive thyroid could make me feel tired.
Well, that's true. Did he prescribe thyroid hormone?
Yes, but then I got really jittery. He tried some dose adjustments, but in the end, he told me to just stop taking it.
Okay. It sounds as though you might just have a low normal TSH, but we'll repeat the lab.
Okay. Yeah, that's what he said too. And anyway, in addition to feeling tired, I was also feeling down most of the time. So he had also screened me for depression, and it turned out that I did have some of the symptoms. He suggested an antidepressant might help and prescribed me paroxetine.
Okay. Did you notice any improvement in either how you felt or your tiredness during the day?
No, not really. He increased the dose after a couple of months, I think, to 25 milligrams. But it didn't really seem to help. And at that point, he was concerned that the antidepressant might actually be adding to my sleepiness, so he recommended switching to a different one.
Okay. Which one were you switched to?
Well, he brought up the possibility that I might have something called chronic fatigue syndrome,
Okay.
and that's when he recommended that I try the amitriptyline, which apparently not only helps with depression, but also the chronic fatigue syndrome. And I've been taking that for about 6 months, but it hasn't made a noticeable difference.
Okay. Have you had any other tests?
He thought I might have sleep apnea,
Okay.
but I don't snore. Anyway, he ordered an at-home sleep test, and I wore a monitor to check for the sleep apnea, but that didn't show anything.
Okay. Now, earlier you said that you try to make sure you get enough sleep at night. Are you having any difficulty sleeping?
I mean, a bit. I mean, I usually fall asleep fairly quickly, but I definitely wouldn't say that I sleep solidly. I tend to wake up several times throughout the night.
Okay. Well, there are a few different things that could be causing your tiredness. I'm especially concerned that you're sometimes dozing off during the day. When that happens, how long are you asleep?
I mean, it's just a few minutes usually, and then I feel a bit more energetic afterwards.
Okay. Does it occur more or less every day?
No, no, not every day. Probably 2 to 4 times a week.
2 to 4. Okay. Did the nurse happen to ask you to fill out a short questionnaire about sleepiness during the day?
Yes.
Okay, great. Let me take a quick look at this. Okay, so in addition to work, it looks as though there are quite a few other situations where you might fall asleep during the day. Now, your total score on this test is 17 out of 24, which suggests that you're having to cope with quite severe sleepiness during the day.
Um, I mean, it's mostly just when I'm sitting down, not doing anything in particular. As long as I'm occupied with something stimulating, it's really not that bad.
Okay. Do you recall whether you have dreams when you doze off?
Sometimes, yeah, really vivid ones.
Okay. And just before you fall asleep or immediately when you wake up, do you ever feel as though your muscles can't move for a moment or you can't speak or having some kind of hallucination?
When my alarm goes off in the morning, I feel as though I can't like move to turn it off for a few seconds. And sometimes when I wake up, I think my cat is sleeping next to me, but I know she isn't because she died a while back.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Perhaps you're just missing her.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you experienced a sudden sense of weakness at any time, feeling as though your legs are going to give way or being unable to hold your head up for a moment, particularly when something very emotional is happening?
Oh, wow. Yeah. I thought that was just like me being weird or something. It said, sometimes when I get into a heated conversation with my boyfriend, wherever I am, I have to like sit down. And even when I'm on a conference call for work, if it becomes contentious, my head suddenly just drops.
Hmm.
It's gotten to the point where I try not to be on camera for calls just in case.
Well, I don't think it's you being weird, Keisha. I mean, this sudden loss of muscle tone is called cataplexy, and it's almost always associated with a condition called narcolepsy.
Okay. I've never heard of either of those things.
Well, narcolepsy causes people to be extremely sleepy during the day, even though they seem to be getting enough sleep at night. Now, there are treatments for narcolepsy, but first, we need to make sure that's what you have.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I'd like you to have a polysomnogram to monitor your sleep at night, followed by a multiple sleep latency test, which is done the next day.
And that'll tell you if I have this narcolepsy thing?
That's right, it definitely will. Now, the polysomnogram that I mentioned before, what we're going to do is we will put some uh, attachments to you. It'll monitor your breathing, it will monitor your eye movement, it will monitor